Meteorologist Eric Jeansonne here with a quick update on all things weather here in South Mississippi. We've been dealing with a lot of fog over the last several mornings, and we've been getting some incredible photos in on the WLOX First Alert weather app. Check out this photo from Alan from Stennis Space Center. This was on one of the test areas, looking off into the distance. You got the sunrise, you got the fog, and this beautiful spider web covered in dew. So beautiful shot there. Always appreciate your photos when you send them to us on the WLOX weather app. We're watching some rain generally to our west and to our north. We're going to see if those showers and thunderstorms can work their way towards us as we go into tomorrow. Looking at the visibility map, we're down to 2 miles at Trent Lott and Moss Point, 10 in Gulfport, 8 in Picayune. We've been dealing with a rainfall deficit over the last several months now. Since September, we're about almost 8 inches below where we should be at Gulfport Biloxi International. At Trent Lott, you're doing a little bit better. The deficit there since September is about just under 3 inches. But as we go into tomorrow, we may have the opportunity for some scattered showers. It doesn't look like a lot of rain, but hey, we'll take whatever rain we can get here in South Mississippi because of those drought conditions that continue to intensify across the region there. And you can see on Futurecast, not a lot of rain for us. And as far as amounts go, anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to about 1/2 an inch. Hancock, Whitney Bank, Tower Cam, and Gulfport looks pretty quiet out there. Near record warmth continues tomorrow. The forecast high is about 78. The record is 81. Saturday, the forecast is 80 with a record set back in 1909 of 82 degrees. So temperatures continue to be very warm. It may not be until the end of next week that we see a pattern change around Thanksgiving, some cooler temperatures. Right now, it doesn't look like a big cold air outbreak, though, but temperatures closer to where they should be for this time of the year. If you're heading out over the water tonight or tomorrow, watch out for some fog in the morning. Some scattered showers will be possible in the afternoon and evenings. Same thing offshore, watch out for the fog. South winds will be picking up a little bit tomorrow, so we've been enjoying these calm winds. It looks like the winds are going to be a little bit, start to pick up as we head throughout the next several days. All right, let's talk about some of a recap, if we will, or let's see if we can get to our temperatures. Here we go. Okay, we're going to skip our water temperature. Right now, by the way, the water temperature at Point Cadet is about 71 degrees. All right, so the 2025 hurricane season wrapping up. It officially goes for 10 more days, but things look pretty quiet between now and the end of the year. We had no hurricane U.S. landfalls. That's the first time that's happened since 2015, so in 10 years. It's taken 10 years for us to not have a single hurricane hit the U.S. during a hurricane season. This year we had 3 Category 5 hurricanes, Umberto, Aaron, and Melissa. That's the second most in a single season. 2005 had the most when Hurricane Emily, Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Rita, and Hurricane Wilma all reached that Category 5 status in the Atlantic. Melissa was the strongest storm of the season by far, and it was the strongest hurricane to make landfall in about 90 years, tying for wind speed and pressure as far as landfall goes with the Labor Day hurricane back in 1935. So when it made landfall in Jamaica, it had winds around 185 miles per hour. A drop sonde that was used during one of the missions from the hurricane hunters measured a 252 mile per hour wind gust from Hurricane Melissa. That is a record for wind speed measured by a drop sonde. Those are those little devices that they drop from the plane that fall into the storm, and they collect data. They collect wind speed, different measurements. That is what that little tool is for. The tracks this season, what do you notice the most? Most of them have been out to sea. Unfortunately, Jamaica got hit pretty hard by Melissa. The other storm that we don't talk about too much, or we've kind of moved on from, Tropical Storm Beryl made landfall in Mexico. But remember, in July, unfortunately, the remnants of Beryl caused devastating and deadly flooding across West Texas. So maybe a lesson with 2025 is that you can't write off those remnants of tropical systems too soon, because you can certainly get some big impacts with the remnants. Let's compare it to last year. Last year we had 5 hurricanes make landfall on the Gulf Coast. From Beryl to Francine, which impacted South Mississippi some, and then of course you had Helene, Debbie, and Milton over into Florida. And when you look at the bigger picture, since 2017, these are all the major hurricanes that have made landfall on the Gulf Coast. So we definitely will take this year of a breather there. 7-day forecast, it looks like this again as we go throughout the next several days. We're going to have the opportunity for some scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder on Friday. It doesn't look like a lot of widespread heavy rain or a drought-busting rain. As we go into the weekend, still warm and humid, and we'll watch towards the end of next week for maybe some cooler temperatures just in time for Thanksgiving.